What is going on, guys? It's Dealer here, back again, talking about some absolutely fantastic news for Xbox fans and fans of Crackdown 3. Now, love or hate Crackdown 3, like it or don't, I think a lot of people will be interested to hear why this game was actually delayed. We have that information according to this source, and you might be interested to see what's going on with it now, because I am happy with what I'm seeing here. Keep in mind, this is just one source saying this from Reset Era, and also shout out to Xbox follower on Twitter who sent me this source. I will link his profile in the description down below. Take it all with a grain of salt, but it does coincide with some of the stuff we're seeing from Microsoft here lately and their new attitude towards their AAA games. So maybe this makes sense. Let's get into it. Enjoy the Crackdown 3 destruction-based tech demo footage here. This is what the multiplayer is supposed to be like, full-on destruction. So keep that in mind, because you never know. After watching this footage, you may just get hyped for that multiplayer I've been talking about all these months. So I think it's safe to say Crackdown 3 is one of Xbox's biggest console exclusives for 2018, and all of this comes from Reset Era. As I mentioned before, Reset Era has a history of leaking information like this, where developers or those with contacts go to divulge information while maintaining their anonymity. It is something that's happened here, so that's the only reason I'm even talking about this right now. I think the information found here is quite fascinating, and let's get into all of it. But once again, take it with a football-sized grain of salt. Okay, so let's start with the source of the information. He says that he had a long, drawn-out conversation with a Crackdown 3 team developer. Now, I know someone else behind the scenes that also talks to a Crackdown 3 developer as well. I tend to believe this discussion did take place. Now, when the game was announced to be coming out November 7th, 2017, and instantly delayed 2 weeks later to sometime the next year, we all thought that was kind of fishy, and the developer actually clarifies on the real reason behind that November delay into the 2018 year. Now, according to this Reset Era source, the developer told him that Crackdown 3 was not delayed because it was not finished according to their current vision and plan, but because Phil Spencer wanted to slap a bunch more money into the project. I already hear some of you guys now, well, why would Phil Spencer do something like that, and especially at the last minute? Now, I can't really give an explanation as to why they would wait so long to do so, but I would say that Phil Spencer has been hinting at this kind of stuff on Twitter a lot lately, talking about giving teams more time to build interesting worlds and characters. I think more time has a lot to do with this, and of course that production budget increase has a lot more to do with this. They say that Phil Spencer did this to keep Crackdown relevant well into the future. They really want to make a fully featured AAA Crackdown title with that multiplayer destruction you're seeing on screen now included. So if you're just now somehow tuning in the middle of this video, to sum it up, Phil Spencer sees Crackdown 3 at E3 2017. He says, you know what, this game looks great running in native 4K HDR on the Xbox One X. It looks fun, it looks like Crackdown, but it needs a bit more polish. We need some more game modes for the multiplayer, and we need more time, and as a result, you need a bigger budget. These things are apparently happening for Crackdown 3, not because the game wasn't finished to its current plan back in 2017, but because Phil wanted better for the game to make it a more viable IP in the future. And you know what? According to his recent tweets saying, hey, we're giving our teams more time, I think this is probably pretty accurate. And you know what? I'll go further. As I've said before, I think they're giving Halo and Gears an additional year of development time as well to increase the detail, the quality, the polish, to really knock those games out of the park. Now, we can wrap this video up with the fact that the source says, after hearing all of this information, he now knows that Crackdown 3 is so much bigger than he ever thought it was before. And to me, that's a good thing. So let me know what you think down below. Crackdown fan, not a Crackdown fan, let me know down below. And of course, whether or not you are looking forward to this game, it's still fascinating to see the mindset of somebody like Phil Spencer, who says, well, we got a product that's okay or good, and we can have it now. Or I can make this tough call, put more money into the product that may or may not succeed, and try to make it better. for the long run. And I think that's the smart call. So let me know what you think down below. Of course, if you haven't checked out my last video, check it out. I will link it down below. Also, Tier 5 patrons, RDX sponsors, if you will, please check the site. I left a post the other day asking you guys for your custom RDX topics, and of course I'm going to integrate those into the podcast. We're going to give you a shout out, talk about your topic, and all of that good stuff. It's just another way I want to involve you guys just for helping out so much like you do. So if you're interested in becoming an RDX sponsor or any other tier on the Patreon, check that out. That's linked down below. The source is linked down there as well. Thank you guys so much. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video or learned something here today. Share the video with a friend. I'm Dealer. I'm out, guys.